we found that in 1975, a conference that had started in 1973 in Europe was finalized. And as part of that conference between European nations and the United States of America, the United States again reaffirmed its commitment to chapters 11, 12, 13, and 73E of the Charter of the United Nations. And that conference was called the Helsinki Accord. We found that in 1995 there was an audit conducted on conformance to the measures of the Helsinki Accord, and that the United States was not in compliance with the Helsinki Accord because it was not in compliance with the Charter of the United Nations, specifically Articles 12 or Chapters 12 and 13 of that Charter. Because we have never been given the opportunity of self-determination. We found that in the 70s, Commonwealth status was approved by the President of the United States, and then the executive order from the President of the United States to the Department of Interior was ignored. That order was placed in a safe and didn't resurface until just a couple of years ago. We found that in the 80s, a plebiscite was conducted wherein Commonwealth status, which would not have satisfied the obligations under the Charter of the United Nations and would not have satisfied the Helsinki Accord, was rejected by the United States Congress, wherein the Congress of the United States, the people of the United States, did not feel that we had the ability, financial ability, to govern ourselves as a people. Many things have changed since then. Laws have changed since then. People's attitudes have changed since then. What has not changed since then is our fundamental right to govern ourselves as a people. We also found that the official United States position on Guam is called benevolent assimilation. Benevolent assimilation. With the pending military buildup, if we, the Chamorro people, do not take steps to protect our culture, to protect our race, to protect our island and its natural resources, then within the next 10 years, we will be benevolently assimilated, and we will no longer exist. For all of you Chamorros out there, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. This is a world built on and operated under the foundation of laws. If you do not know the laws, then you do not know how to operate within that world society. If you do not follow the laws, then you're banging your head against the wall for no good purpose and no good reason. What we are attempting to do is we are attempting to use the laws that exist. To use the laws that exist to allow us the opportunity to protect our identity as a people, to protect our environment, and to protect our culture. And since it is the official position of the government of the United States of America that benevolent assimilation with a mandatory U.S. sovereignty over this island, and since they are the most powerful nation on earth, it doesn't do us any good to try to combat them. We should be more concerned with a little bit of benevolent assimilation of our own. We should be using the existing laws to assist us with this process. We should be using the opportunities, the protections under Title 25, Indian Act. We should be striving for a closer relationship with the United States, but one that is based on mutual respect. One of the things that has changed in the United States' attitude towards the Native Americans is self-governance. Ever since the Nixon era, self-governance has been promoted within the United States government towards the Native Americans. But it wasn't until the Clinton administration, wherein laws changed through executive order and the means or the methods by which the Bureau of Indian Affairs treated the Native American tribes also changed. Each of the Native American tribes in the United States now are being given the opportunity of true self-governance. They go through a 3-year probationary period. And if they can prove that they are responsible enough to govern themselves, then there is no longer direct oversight over their tribal government. They are the authority on the protection of their lands. They are the authority on the protection of their natural resources, up to and including the rites of passage through those lands, let alone how they will be used. That is all determined by these Indian nations, not the United States government. What the United States government does do is it supports that self-governing nation and protects its right to govern itself. This is what we want: to protect ourselves, to achieve full constitutional citizenship. Our history with the United States government is checkered. It is very checkered because we have a people, as a people, have never come together with one voice to say, this is what we want. Stop what you're doing. This is our island. We are guaranteed this under the Charter of the United Nations. Stop. We have never been able to do that. Don't you think it's time that we did?